Hi everyone. Today on Business Bootcamp, we'll be going over COVID-19's effect on the US economy. To start, you may already know what COVID-19 is, but let's just briefly go over it one more time. COVID-19, also known as coronavirus, is an infectious disease that is transmitted from person to person. And the main issue of COVID-19 is, again, the person-to-person transmission. And it has caused an unprecedented situation. It is a widespread pandemic and it's leaving its marks all over the world. It's greatly affected US markets, industries, and the overall economy. So let's go over the overall economy. Prior to COVID-19, the US economy was in a good place. Unemployment was at a 50-year low, and inflation was also below the Fed's target of 2%. So as you can see, the US economy was in a good place and had a good trend. However, COVID-19 has completely changed the US economy. In just the second quarter of 2020, the US's GDP fell 31.4%. And this kind of drop has not been seen since the Great Depression. And the Great Depression was a very significant historic event. In addition to this, unemployment rose to a record high 14.7% this April. So you can see that COVID has completely changed the trend and shifted the US economy. Now, let's go over the financial markets. Financial markets have been very volatile this year because of coronavirus. In the beginning of coronavirus spread in America, markets dropped, but they eventually rose back after months of suffering and being low. Here we have the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and this is 2020. And as you can see, in the early parts of 2020, the market Dow Jones was doing pretty well. It continued the trend from 2019 and it was doing pretty well. However, you can see that after COVID-19 struck a little bit later in the year, but still near the beginning, the market dropped tremendously. And it took many months to get back to where it was previously, as you can see here at the end. And hopefully we'll continue with the new trend of being better. But this drop was really high and really sudden. Now, as you may already know, the US economy runs on supply and demand. COVID has impacted both these aspects. For supply, infections and lockdowns have caused disruptions in supply efficiency, production, and the supply chain. On the demand side, loss of income for many individuals results in lower consumption. For an example, we'll go over a restaurant business. So restaurants have been struck very hard by COVID, and one of the main reasons is because of demand. There are less customers coming to restaurants to eat in because of two reasons. First, people that lost their jobs may not have the money to come to restaurants and eat out. And second of all, the main reason is that many individuals are afraid of the coronavirus and don't want to get it. So they don't want to go outside, even with the guidelines. They are afraid of getting the virus. So restaurants have been hit pretty bad by this. However, with the vaccine, we could see more people coming out in a more safe manner and maybe going to restaurants and bringing back this business. We'll go over that a little bit further in the video. Now, one specific issue that's been revealed by COVID is insurance. A sudden increase in unemployment has resulted in employees losing employer-sponsored insurance, ESI. So ESI is basically insurance that your employer provides to you because you're working at their company. According to the Commonwealth Fund, as many as 7.7 million people have lost health insurance because of losing jobs. So this has shown the dependency that US workers have on ESI, and this may result in the shift of health insurance providers in the future. As people that lost their jobs, they may see, oh, we're lacking insurance because we lost our jobs, and they may be afraid of this happening in the future, so now they might move to more private insurance and not depend on their employers. Now, let's finally look at the future of the economy. The recent rolling out of the COVID vaccine, as I previously mentioned, has shown a bright future for the US economy. Many industries may open up back in the near future, and the COVID vaccine has been already given to people today and will continue to be given to people. And this will bring back many jobs to those who have been unemployed. And again, with the restaurant example, now that more consumers will go out because they're not afraid of the virus anymore, or at least not as much, and guidelines may be loosened, so restaurants won't have to be as strict with their customers on how to eat and proper guidelines. So many industries will open up. And Stephen Stanley, the chief economist at Amsterdam's Pierpoint Securities, said that unemployment rate might go back to 3.5% by the middle of next year. So we have good a future in sight, and hopefully it continues this way. Now, here are the sources for this video. If you want to pause here and just go to any of these sources, they're really good. Go ahead. And lastly, thanks for watching. Find more at businessbootcamp101.org. Thank you.